Hey Pisces, happy birthday to the Pisces having birthdays this week. I am on the road as I'm recording this reading, therefore the setup is a little different. Please bear with me here. But we're going to connect and see what messages are coming up for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. Now, you might stumble upon this video after the time frame I mentioned, and that's just fine. You're going to find it whenever it's time for you to hear the messages. Keep in mind, these are general readings. Not every single message will resonate. Take what does, leave what doesn't. We do have a full moon in Virgo happening on the 18th, Pisces. You all typically are very sensitive to moon energy, so some of you may be feeling those full moon vibes. We're going to look at the cards and see what messages are coming up for you in the week ahead. Alrighty, my dears. So the first card coming up here for Pisces is the Five of Wands. Not surprising. Not surprising because you guys have had this ongoing theme of some feistiness lately. And so a lot of you might be kind of wanting to stand up for yourselves, or maybe you feel like you're not being taken seriously as you're trying to set boundaries. Now, the full moon in Virgo that's coming up on the 18th has a lot to do with stability, security, decluttering, holistic medicine, like our physicality, our health, our comfort. So I feel, Pisces, that some of you maybe have been holding your tongue or biting your tongue about situations in which you feel maybe crowded or you're not having your needs met. And the Five of Wands is telling me that a lot of you are going to have a really hard time biting your tongue about those situations. Maybe you've been waiting for something to pass, or you have brought it up in the past and this person just kind of brushed it off. Five of Wands tells me that you all are really ready to fight for your comfort, fight for your peace of mind, fight for having a feeling or a sense of stability. I feel, Pisces, some of you are frustrated because you feel like somebody else's messiness is coming into your life. Like they don't have it together. They're always having some kind of issue. They're always having some kind of drama. And you're running out of patience around it. Like you don't want to deal with it. You're like, I've been working so hard on myself, and I've been working so hard to create stability and security in my life, and you're not wanting to do your work. You just want to like be messy all the time, and you want everyone to rush in and rescue you. So I feel there may be some kind of conflict for Pisces towards someone that you feel like their sloppiness or them refusing to deal with their issues is pouring into your stability or into your security. I hate to say this, Pisces, but because we have the full moon in Virgo, and this can definitely at times be matters in terms of stability and comfort, and this can sometimes be around the home. This person might be wanting to stay with some of you. This person might be reaching out and saying, I'm really unhappy where I am, or I'm not going to have rent, or, whatever the issue might be. I got in a fight with my roommate, or I got in a fight with my spouse. They might be looking at you like, please take me in for a while. And some of you, maybe you've been working really hard, and maybe you are in a place now where you could accommodate somebody. Maybe you have an extra bedroom, or maybe you have a big enough space to where somebody could comfortably crash on your couch, or, maybe you're proud that after so long you finally have a couch. That might be a big accomplishment. And so, like, somebody is maybe looking at you like, okay, well, now you're on your feet, please carry me. And so I feel this might be the conflict or the issue that some of you are going to be dealing with. The next card coming up here is the Page of Pentacles. It could also be maybe that some of you are thinking, okay, I don't want to have this person come stay with me. Maybe you're thinking that you want to give them money or you want to help them out financially, but then you might be second guessing that. Is that really what I want to do? right now? Do I really want to put my time and energy and my money into this situation? Page of Pentacles for me comes up a lot of the times when we are revisiting our relationship with money and with our finances. Makes sense because we're talking about stability and security and making long-term plans for the future. And so for a lot of you Pisces, you're thinking money, right? Not in like a materialistic, gold-loving kind of way, but in terms of stability, security, making long-term plans. You're thinking about your money, you're thinking about your finances. I do feel for some of you, you're taking steps this week in which you are making independent financial decisions. And there might be conflict with this Five of Wands around that for some of you. Maybe you're making decisions separate from your family, and maybe in your culture that's a big deal. I know in a lot of cultures, adult children, grown children are expected to live with their parents. If you're a female, you're not supposed to move out till you get married. If you're a guy, you get married and your wife moves in and you guys all live together. And so I know sometimes it can be a cultural thing. Sometimes it can just be because of the current economy. A lot of people feel like they're stuck. A lot of adults, I should say, feel like they're stuck back home living with parents. Or for some of you, this could be with your spouse. You might be deciding to separate a portion of your assets, and this might be creating conflict or disagreement for some of you. Now, if it's possible to do things on the down low, maybe that might be a better route for you, Pisces. Maybe some of you are wanting to be really upfront and really honest, and that can be really great. But if it's your money, if it's money you have worked for, you're not taking it away from anybody else. You're not taking food out of anybody else's mouth. It might be better just like not to say anything about it. But some of you might be in a situation where you're taking a portion of your income or your assets and investing it separately. And so maybe for some of you, maybe your spouse doesn't like this, or your parents don't like this. They feel like, wait a minute, this belongs to all of us. But Pisces, you're thinking about the future. You're thinking about the long term. And I feel for some of you, this is some kind of a safety net, because you want to feel like, I'm not going to be stuck here. I'm not going to be in a situation where people can mistreat me or yell at me or threaten me or cheat on me, and then I'm going to be stuck here for financial reasons. No. Nope. So some of you are kind of putting away like a just in case emergency fund, and this is making you feel safer being in your current situation, because some of you have that fear or that worry that maybe things are okay right now, but maybe they're not going to be okay in the long term. I mean, if I need to hurry up and get out of here, I'm going to be okay because I have that investment accumulating interest, or I have that account that I'm, putting my little acorns in, every week or every couple of weeks. And so some of you are doing this in terms of security or stability. If you are a Pisces that has been having a hard time with your finances, and if you're coming out of that struggle culture and you come from a family that's been all about the struggle culture financially, you're finding more efficient ways of dealing with that. You're sitting down and you're looking at your accounts. You're figuring out where the unnecessary expenses are. You're getting really smart with your money and learning how to budget, but not budget in a way where you feel like you're barely scraping by, where you're like, wow, I can have a lot. I can have a lot. I can do my shopping from this particular grocery store, and I'm gonna be able to get a lot more produce. I can learn how to cook from YouTube videos, and I can start making some really great soups and things that are going to make me feel very full and are going to give me good nutrition that I'm not going to have to buy a lot of ingredients for. Like, you're feeling a sense of abundance, but you're not having to put as much out. So I mean efficiency in this way. Also understanding how money works. Also figuring out how to take your resources and your talents and your energy and to make them work for you, instead of a short-term solution like, oh my gosh, I'm struggling financially, let me find a second job, let me find, in some cases, a third job. I know there were times when I was younger I was working 3 part-time jobs. Sometimes that happens, but that is not sustainable. That's not something you can do forever. Some of you have been doing Uber or Lyft or DoorDash or whatever, or some kind of driving type of thing, Amazon deliveries, and you're like, oh my gosh, gas is ridiculous right now. You know, like the cost of that is really going up. And so some of you are finding long-term solutions. You're realizing that second job or that gig thing might not be long term, and you're figuring out how to take your gifts, your talents, your money, and to make that build for you, build into a long term solution, right? Whether it's starting a business that's going to in the long term make you more money, or figuring out how to invest your money, or how to put your money or your assets to bring you passive income. You're getting very smart about your money. The next card that's coming up here for Pisces is the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is when we're not happy, or we're not satisfied with a situation, or we're not satisfied with what is being offered to us, right? And so this can sometimes be perceived as negative, but it's not. The Four of Cups can come up when we're raising the bar. We're making a statement to the universe when we're like, you know what? I'm not accepting this. I choose not to receive this, right? This is not something that's cutting it for me. I deserve more. So it's not a negative thing to be in this discontentment. And I've said this in previous readings. The Four of Cups often reminds me of when Rumi wrote about divine discontentment. And divine discontentment is that moment when somebody goes, wait a minute now. I'm a child of God. I'm a child of the universe. I'm looking around. This person's going on this vacation. That person has this great spouse. That person has it all. They've got a great job. They've got a happy family. They just moved into a wonderful place. And you're not jealous of them. You're not envious of them. You're not looking at them with hate or wishing for them to lose everything. You don't have malicious feelings towards them, but you're like, I'm just as good as they are. They're no better than me. There's nothing about them that makes them more special than I am. I deserve it too. Good for them. I'm glad they have it. I'm not wishing evil on them. May they have a wonderful, happy life, but I would like my share. Where's my share? I deserve it too. So that's what I think of when I see the Four of Cups. It makes me think of that concept of divine discontentment. You realize that nobody is above you, right? And that you deserve just as much as the next person. And so this is an energy in which we set the bar. We tell the universe that, you know what, it's time for more. I'm grateful for what I have, right? A lot of what you have right now, Pisces, you manifested under limited thinking. You manifested under a thinking of lack. And now your thinking is expanding and you're realizing there's so much more possible. So now you're going to manifest, but you're raising the bar in what you're manifesting. And this is a good time to have that realization and to have that awakening, because this Virgo full moon that we're coming into, we're setting long-term intentions. We're setting long-term things that are going well into our future. So it's an excellent time that you're raising the bar, right? Right on time, you're raising the bar. And so a lot of you are beginning to realize that you are worthy of and deserving more. I do feel there's something here in terms of respect, Pisces. I feel like some of you are catching yourself that you have been taking on some kind of characteristic or some kind of personality that maybe was a survival mechanism at one time for you. But now you're like, you know what? That's been holding me back. And it's not authentic. It's not who I am. You know, maybe when you were younger, you learned to be the class clown. and you've just been like the class clown, and that got you by. That kept bullies from beating you up. That kept people interested in you, or thinking that you're funny, or inviting you to parties, or whatever it might be. It was a defense mechanism. It's how you kind of saved your skin once upon a time. Maybe for some of you it was playing the little, ditzy bimbo. Maybe for some of you it was just, playing a certain characteristic. Oh, I'm the quirky person. I'm the fun, quirky girl. Like whatever it might be. And so you're realizing this has been holding me back. This has been holding me back from opportunities. It's been causing people to not, treat me with the seriousness or the respect that I deserve. So I feel for some of you, there's some aspect of like shedding this skin. You're like, this isn't me. I'm not going to wear this character anymore. I'm not going out as this character. I'm going out as who I really am from now on. And so I feel some of you are dropping a character which once upon a time in your life was like absolutely necessary. You needed that to save your skin. You needed that to survive, but you're like, I don't need that anymore, right? And I'm going to have people, judge me on my merits, on my talents, on my character, and I'm not going to come in playing small or editing myself or playing this likable character because I'm not here to be, convenient for other people. And so I feel, as I said, a shedding of the skin. Now, your next card here is the Page of Cups. And this could very well be you, Pisces, in your playful water sign energy. Page of Cups can be very playful energy. And a lot of the times it comes up for me in readings when Spirit is saying that there's going to be a lot of heavy energy. There may be heavy things that you're going through. You may be having heavy release, but you need to make time for play. You need to make sure that you're making that time for that light-hearted energy. And I know that a lot of you, because we're coming into the full moon, a lot of people are like, oh, full moon is here. Excellent time for shadow work. Excellent time for digging deep and releasing. And don't get me wrong, it absolutely positively is. But you also have to incorporate the rebuilding. Okay? You also have to incorporate the lifting up, the raising up. So yes, have that time for the shadow work, but have the time for play as well, for filling up that cup, for having lighter hearted energy, for letting the inner child feel safe and happy. Let that inner child play around. That's going to be very healing as well. Page of Cups also comes up for me in my readings when the heart chakra is opening up to receive. So there will be opportunities coming your way. For some of you, I do feel there is an apology coming your way, and somebody is saying, hey, look, I've been messed up, or, I haven't been treating you respectfully, and they're coming in and they're wanting to step up and they're wanting to do things differently. And for some of you, it's going to be very hard to receive it because all of a sudden the negative ego is kicking in and you're all of a sudden feeling guilty. Like, oh, look, I threw a fit and now I'm getting my way. I'm a bad person. And for some of you, that comes from childhood. You tell your parents or your parental figure 100 times, your feet hurt. Your shoes are too small. You need bigger shoes. It hurts to wear those shoes, right? Finally, one day you can't stand it anymore. You can't get your little foot in that shoe. It's been killing you all the day. And you just start screaming and crying, I need new shoes, after like saying it 50 times. And the parental figure gets mad, goes and gets your shoes and tosses them at you, and here you are, you happy now? You got your shoes, are you happy now? And then you feel bad. You feel like you're this little jerk. Like, oh, I was bad, I was spoiled, no, you were trying to get help, right? And so sometimes we carry that belief as we get older. Like, we're dealing with people who don't take us seriously. And then when we really set that boundary and we get angry and we really stand up for ourselves, and then they turn around and they realize that they've been poking us a little too long, or they've been ignoring us a little too long, and they turn around and they deliver what we've been asking for, we all of a sudden feel bad. like we're this horrible, spoiled person, or we're demanding, and we're not. We're not. It's a shame that you had to repeat yourself so many times. So remind yourself of this and allow yourself to receive. Be gentle with yourself. Maybe this might also be a good time for naps, for resting, for physical self-care, and to make time for play and lighter hearted energy. All right, Pisces, I thank you for watching your reading. You might want to check out your moon sign and rising sign. Some weeks those might resonate more than your sun sign. If you want to check out the love and romance readings for March, those are linked in the description of the video. And don't forget, guys, I've been doing a daily message every single day. Be sure to check those out as well. Private readings you can schedule at calendly.com/amethystangelite. There's the link in the description to schedule private readings with me as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead, and I hope to see you all in the daily message comments as well. Take care and be well, my dears.